was my only reason. Because I don't like being the sucker country. We were the sucker country for years and years. We're not the sucker country anymore. But I gave the money because Rob Portman and others called me and asked. But I don't like to be the sucker. And European countries are helped far more than we are. And those countries should pay more to help Ukraine. Ask a question, please.
Thank you, sir.
What about Mr. Biden? What did you want about Biden? What did you want him to look into on Biden?
Look, Biden and his son are stone cold crooked. And you know it. His son walks out with millions of dollars. The kid knows nothing. You know it, and so do we. Go ahead, ask a question.
But the question, sir, was what did you want President Zelensky to do about Vice President Biden and his son, Hunter?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, it was just a follow-up of what I just asked you, sir.
Listen, you ready? We have the president of Finland. Ask him a question.
I have one for him. I just wanted to follow up on the one that I asked you, which was,
did you hear
what
me?
did you want
Did you hear
to...
me?
Yes,
ask
sir.
him a question.
I will, but...
I've given you a long answer. Ask this gentleman a question. Don't be rude.
No, sir, I don't want to be rude. I just wanted you to have a chance to answer the question that I asked you.
I've answered everything. It's a whole hoax. And you know who's playing into the hoax? People like you and the fake news media that we have in this country. And I say in many cases, the corrupt media, because you're corrupt. Much of the media in this country is not just fake, it's corrupt. And you have some very fine people, too. Great journalists, great reporters. But to a large extent, it's corrupt and it's fake. Ask the president of Finland a question, please.
Okay, I'll move on now. Mr. President, in your opening remarks, you said to President Trump that you had been to some museums today and that you respected the U.S. democracy and encouraged him to continue it. Are you concerned that that's not happening? And my second question to you, sir, is the WTO ruled today in favor of the United States, saying that the United States can now impose tariffs on European goods because of illegal subsidies against Airbus.
It was a big win for the United States, right?
It was.
You never had wins with other presidents, did you? But we're having a lot of wins at the WTO since I became president.
This was a case that started, I think, 10 or 15 years ago.
Okay.
But
excuse me. Your wins are now because they think I don't like the WTO and they want to make sure I'm happy. Because all of those countries were ripping off the United States for many years. They know that I'm wise to it. We've had a lot of wins. This was a $7 billion win. Not bad.
For as long as anybody can remember, the mainstream press, the allies of the Democrat Party, well, in fact, let's just call them what they are, members of the Democrat Party, a subsidiary of the Democrat Party, have been pushing around American presidents. You can go back, those of you old enough to remember Sam Donaldson and Richard Nixon, or go back to the Bush years. One of the things that Donald Trump did more effectively than anybody else is push back against the pushback from the mainstream press. This is such a teachable moment. He knows what his policies are. He's unafraid to just stand up toe-to-toe with a reporter and actually call his policy a victory. It was a victory. And one of the things that he is not going to do is allow someone else to frame his victory. He'll do it himself. This is one of the things that Republicans dealing with the media, especially dealing with a hostile press, a press that's always anxious to put Republicans in the worst light. And it's not just Republicans, by the way, anyone that disagrees with their philosophy, their liberal philosophy. One of the things that Donald Trump showed America how to do is to actually stand up to these bullies in the press, stand up for himself, and stand up for the United States of America, calling a victory a victory. It's a pleasure to see this kind of stuff, isn't it?